Hey, NHL fans and specifically Blue Jackets fans, but other NHL fans as well. This is Wine and Gold Unger, and guess what? It's Blue Jackets preview time. Let's start off with the goal horns for both teams. Starting off with the visiting Edmonton Oilers. That's actually pretty good. Catchy tune. All right, that was the Edmonton Oilers goal horn. But now, here comes the Blue Jackets goal horn. No, that's the Dallas Stars. Sorry, that was... This is also a catchy song, so both teams have a catchy song for their goals, for their goal horns. And then here comes the second goal horn. Chili. Why chili? I don't know. Like I said, pretty catchy, huh? And there you go. Those were the goal horns for the two teams that will be playing who will be playing each other tomorrow night in Columbus. The Edmonton Oilers and Columbus Blue Jackets. These two teams already play each other. Let me check. I know the Blue Jackets won that game because, well, the Edmonton Oilers were a victim of the Blue Jackets' 15-game winning streak. I still can't believe I'm actually saying that. 15-game winning streak. Are you joking? I think the Blue Jackets are actually a legitimate Stanley Cup threat now. So, rest of the NHL, if you haven't already, you don't really want to be playing the Blue Jackets right now. I'm still surprised at how badly the Blue Jackets beat the Penguins 7-1. But, yeah. The Blue Jackets beat the Oilers in Edmonton earlier in the season, 3-1. And I believe these two teams are in opposite conferences. NHL conference standings. I'm just checking NHL.com super quick just to make sure. Yeah. Edmonton is in the Western Conference. I'm not exactly sure why, but they are. Maybe I'm off. I don't know my geography of Canada that well, but hang on. I also want to check if the Monsters are playing tonight. Go Cleveland Monsters, by the way. Do the Cleveland Monsters play tonight?
The Monsters are not playing today. Their next game is against the Stars on Friday at 20:30.
No, the Monsters do not play today. They play the Texas Stars on Friday at 8:30 in Texas, even though the Stars are part of the Pacific Division. Weird. Anyway, with Edmonton, the main guy you obviously had to watch out for is the #1 pick from 2015, Connor McDavid. That guy, he is one of the more. Well, first off, what him and Austin Matthews are doing, along with Jack Eichel when he can stay healthy, is impressive. I love this new NHL youth movement. This whole youth movement that's like, it's like the floodgates opened and a flow of youth and a huge youth movement has flooded the NHL. By no means am I saying that's a bad thing. I absolutely love it. I think that's part of one of the big reasons why the Blue Jackets are doing so well this season. But to talk about this game and getting back to Connor McDavid, he was the #1 pick, I believe, from the London Knights. Or did he... Wait. No, he played for the Erie Otters. My bad. Sorry about that. He played for the Erie Otters, not the London Knights. But he's so fast with the puck. He can switch from having the puck on his left side to his right side quick. And the other guy that you have to watch out for when you're playing the Edmonton Oilers is Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Nugent-Hopkins is a lot like McDavid in that he's also great at switching the puck and going to that backhand, or he can use the wrist shot or the slap shot. I might be off on the types of goals you can have, but sorry about that. But like I said, I'm still trying to get into the flow of everything, even though I've become Blue Jackets nuts. Even though I've started absolutely loving the Blue Jackets. Which I'm wearing Monster shirt, which the Monsters were the affiliates of the Blue Jackets when they won the Calder Cup. But anyway, getting back to Nugent-Hopkins. He is, I think, a lot like McDavid, and I think that's what allows the two of them to play so well with each other. I think they play on the same line. I might be off on that. But since to me, in my opinion, from what I've seen of Edmonton, those two guys, McDavid and Nugent-Hopkins, play so well off each other that it makes the whole team better. Of course, with the Blue Jack, Edmonton, but Nugent-Hopkins and McDavid are the two main players you gotta worry about when you're playing Edmonton. Let's see. This season, McDavid has 29 assists and 14 goals. That's very impressive. Really impressive, actually. Then what about Nugent-Hopkins? Oh, Milan Lucic plays for the Oilers now too. He's another guy. I don't know why the Bruins gave him up. That was stupid. I think Milan Lucic was one of the best Boston Bruins. And now it's just odd to see him. Lucic is another guy who you have to worry about when you're playing the Oilers. Because Lucic is sort of the hard hitter. He got that reputation, and deservedly so, from playing with the Boston Bruins. But that's not to say that Milan Lucic is a bad player or he's a dirty player. I'm just saying he's a guy that's going to hit hard. Lucic has 10 goals, 16 assists. So not numbers that are going to jump out at you. But those are not like but that's still really impressive. But Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, 7 goals, 11 assists. Again, not fantastic numbers. But again, him and McDavid seem to play off each other really well. And now to the Blue Jackets. OMG. Will this team ever lose again? I don't know. I really don't. I don't know if this team will ever lose again. Granted, I think that's over-exaggeration. I hope they don't lose tomorrow against Edmonton. And I think their next game after that is in Washington. Columbus. Give me 1 second while I look this up super quick. Edmonton. And then at Washington again, and then the Rangers. So I hope their winning streak continues through at least January 8th. Because after the Oilers, it's 3 straight Metropolitan teams. The Capitals in Washington, the Rangers, and Flyers in Columbus. It's still weird that the Blue Jackets are just starting their season series with a couple of teams this late in the season. Like, they don't play Toronto until late February. And they're just starting their season series with, like, Ottawa on January 19th. Starting their season series with a Metropolitan team, the Philadelphia Flyers, January 8th. And then January 10th, they start their season series with the Carolina Hurricanes. And then January 19th against the Ottawa Senators. I don't know. That just seems a little odd that I understand it. It just seems a little odd. And then they start their season series with Nashville on the 26th. Again, just seems a little odd to me. That's all. And then they start their season series with Toronto, or with the Devils, on February 4th. And then Toronto on February 15th. That just seems a little odd to me. And then I don't think they start their series with Buffalo until March 10th. So, again, just a little odd to me, that's all. But getting back to tonight's game. Sorry I'm getting a little bit more distracted than usual. I just wanted to throw those little bits in. Because the season schedule is a little bit odd to me. But anyway, getting back to tonight's game. Or tomorrow, to the Blue Jackets' next game in Columbus against Edmonton. I don't know when this team is going to lose next. I don't want them to lose against Edmonton, the Capitals, the Rangers, or the Flyers. If they lose to Tampa, well, okay. But I don't think they will. I think the team that might end their streak is the last team that beat them, the Florida Panthers, because that game's in Florida. But we'll just have to see. We'll get to that game when we get to it. Anyway, the guys you want to watch out for with this Blue Jackets team. Do I have time? I'm going to say yes. Zach Werenski, Cam Atkinson, David Savard, Seth Jones, Sergei Bobrovsky, Curtis McElhinney. He's the backup goalie, so he might not play. but he's still a fantastic goalie. Let's see, Zach Werenski, Seth Jones, Curtis McElhinney, Sergei Bobrovsky, Josh Anderson, Cam Atkinson, David Savard, Seth Jones. Oh wait, I already said him. I'm missing guys. Give me a sec. I'm still trying to learn the Blue Jackets roster. So, sorry. Oh yeah, Cam Atkinson, Matt Calvert, Brandon Dubinsky, Nick Foligno, Sam Gagne, Scott Hartnell, Boone Jenner, Brandon Saad, Sedlak, Lucas Sedlak, Alexander Wenberg, Scott Harrington, Jack Johnson, Seth Jones, David Savard, Zach Werenski. Like, these aren't, the Blue Jackets don't have household names like Connor McDavid for the Oilers. But what the Blue Jackets do have, to me, is a good mix of veteran leadership and young guys. Thanks to these guys, the Monsters. But I just really like how this team is going. Tortorella seems there's something there. I don't think a lot of the NHL was expecting the Blue Jackets to be this good of a team. I know I wasn't. Again, I'll admit, what got me... Sorry this video is a little bit all over the place. I'll admit, I'm a little bit off. But I feel like Oilers and Blue Jackets almost play the same sort of style. Almost. The thing that they do that's really similar to each other is that they both like to try and get up and down the ice as fast as they can. The difference is the Blue Jackets also like to check you against the wall and really spread you out and get the puck towards the net. Now, that's not to say Edmonton doesn't take shots on goal, because otherwise they would be winless, because they would never have any goals. And that's not... I never heard of an NHL team being winless, ever. Like, up to this point. You would think by this time a team would have a goal, or would have a win. So, Edmonton does have wins, obviously. But I don't think they take nearly as many shots on goal as Columbus does. Again, I'm still not thrilled that Los Angeles had more shots on goal. But I know, I'm a little bit stuck on that game. I know. That, it's just something about that particular aspect of that Kings game is bothered me still. Even if the next couple games, the Blue Jackets have outshot their opponents. I don't know. I think this is going to be a fantastic game again. Enjoy this game. Enjoy the Blue Jackets game if you're able to watch it. When do the Washington Capitals play the Columbus Blue Jackets?
The Capitals Blue Jackets game.
The Blue Jackets' next game is Thursday, so I will see you guys Wednesday for a Capitals preview and hopefully an Oilers post game. Maybe you'll get an Oilers post game. Until then, White and Gold Unger signing off.